What is up, guys, and welcome back to F1 2016 Mobile Career Mode. And today we have the final race in Season 3. I'll be honest, this has absolutely flown by. But if you haven't seen the last episode, there's some gameplay on screen now. Go check it out. It was a pretty good one at Interlagos, and I'm going to spoil it now. Basically, we wrapped up the Constructors' Championship. Yay! So, Mercedes dominance is over. I'd already won the Drivers' Championship a couple of races back in Singapore, but now that we've got both championships, the pressure is completely off for today's race in Abu Dhabi, so we can go out there, try something new, and it honestly doesn't matter about either result for the team. So, I'm going to be doing a last to first challenge today, so we're going to, start from the back of the grid. We'll try some different tyre options and see how it goes. I'm sure it's going to be a very exciting race.
The race here at the Yas Marina circuit will be starting shortly. With the fading lights, strong spotlights will take over, making the Abu Dhabi track a unique racing experience.
So I obviously skipped qualifying for today's race. I said I'm going to try and do a last two X being, who knows. Raikkonen has managed to get on the front row, so that's a pretty good qualifying from him. He should be pleased with that. And it's a 1-3 for Mercedes with Hamilton ahead of Nico Rosberg. So in terms of the tyres, I was initially planning on starting on the Supers, but in the end I'm going to start on a set of ultra soft tyres because I want to be aggressive in the opening stint and try and make up as many places as possible as the final race in Season 3 is underway, and it's a pretty good start off the line. We're already getting almost squeezed into the side of the wall there by Felipe Nasr, heading down in towards Turn 1. The Brazilian moves across me. I'm a little bit trapped on the inside now, and unfortunately we haven't been able to gain any positions yet. The AI all squabbling there for position on the inside. We're going to go around the outside of a couple of cars. That was Palmer and Harrianto, so at least we've managed to gain a couple of spots off the line, and now I sense an absolute dive bomb and a half coming. The kamikaze dive bomb. We had to almost lift off a little bit to avoid Kvyat, but as it stands we're now up into P15, so with that dive bomb we gained 5 places. So that represents for me a pretty solid start to this Grand Prix. We've got Romain Grosjean next up in the Haas, again a fellow Ferrari powered car. We don't even need DRS to get past the Frenchman. However, we've got another car trying to cut the proximity arrow flashed up to show Gutierrez into the next corner. The AI again for some reason getting trapped up on the inside. Don't know why that is, but we're going to sneak through. There was a couple of cars there. One of them was Fernando Alonso. He's going to get the cut back. So in the end, we have actually only made the move on Danny Kvyat, is the driver behind me now, who was in front before. So it's been a pretty good start to this race. As I said, it honestly doesn't matter what happens. It's just a bit of fun just to go out and enjoy the race with all the pressure off. So honestly, it doesn't matter if the lap car brake tests me and get damaged. So I'll try not to be shouting down at you all today as we make a nice little move up the inside of Fernando Alonso, the two-time world champion. And Kvyat's come out of nowhere. So the Russian clearly overtook the Spaniard at the same time as me and then looked to try and have a go at me. So that's a very good bit of racing there from the Toro Rosso drive. We've got Carlos Sainz holding everybody up. He's currently in P9. Oh my word, Danny Kvyat nearly brake tested me there. Man, this guy's driving's been so dangerous. He refused to get off the racing line for me in Brazil when I was coming up to lap him. Anyway, down the inside at the last corner, I'm going to squeeze him out a little bit there. And at the end of lap number 1, we've made up 11 places. So we're already halfway there. And on lap number 2, there's a big send-in coming on Nico Hülkenberg. Bottas has been clipped by Carlos Sainz. So that's another free position. And now, as wow, I was making the dive bomb on Hülkenberg and then Bottas got spun in the background. So this is Carlos Sainz. Are we going to try and go for another kamikaze dive bomb on the Spaniard? Yes, we are, is the answer. That's a lovely, satisfying move there up the inside. We're now into P9, and I absolutely love dive bombs at the Yas Marina circuit because the AI always seems to break really early. We've now got DRS on the Brazilian Felipe Massa in the Williams. Lap number 3, now up to P7, and it might be P6 as we send it from the moon and get past Verstappen. Oh my word, I was not expecting the AI to brake so early. I can just brake so much later than them, and hit the apex still. Here comes Verstappen coming back at me. The Dutchman's got the overwhelming straight line speed. Nevertheless, I'm going to switch it back to the inside. We're going to squeeze the Dutchman out there on the outside line, and I'm going to pick up P6 and run away to catch Sergio Perez. Checo's without DRS on lap number 4. We have the DRS. We're going to blast past the Force India into the top 5, and that's Rosberg. Rosberg's been spun by Daniel Ricciardo. There's another incident down in the chicane, and that's another free position that I can get in this race. It's only lap number 4, and we are already into 4th place. This is Daniel Ricciardo in the Red Bull next. Are we going to send it at the last corner? Yes, we are. Ricciardo tries to squeeze me a little bit onto the inside, but we get the move done up the inside of the last corner. You don't see that move being made very often. And I'm now onto the podium in the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix after starting from the back in just 5 laps. And at the end of lap 5, I'm making a pit stop. I've decided I've got so much pace. We're going for a 2-stop. We're going to experiment today. On goes a set of super soft tyres. They're supposed to last us 7 laps, 2.204 seconds. That's a very respectable stop from the pit crew. We've had many of them this year. They've been really on point with the pit stop, so that's something that I really am going to miss next season. Stay tuned, because we are going to be moving teams, as we are every season, and trying something new. This is Felipe Massa, DRS, lap number 6, down the inside, and on Bottas as well, not quite. I thought it would have been a bit much to try and go for a move on the flying fin there, but at least we've managed to overtake one of the Williams, and we are now filling in the Williams sandwich. Is Massa trying to come back at me there? It looks like he is. He was all over the back of me in the wing mirrors. The veteran Brazilian trying to go to the outside. We're going to send it on Bottas. Oh my word. I hardly seemed to dab the brake pedal, and we just eased up to the back of the fin. And then from nowhere we just managed to get that dive bomb done. So yeah, I'm really confident that I've got sublime pace around the Aston Marina circuit here, and you can watch me already visually closing up to Carlos Sainz, who's now going to dive into the pit lane. So I'm going to absolutely set a fastest lap of the race by about 3 seconds. And that's with a set of super soft tyres compared to the ultra softs. Now we've caught Hamilton. Hamilton's made his pit stop. I had to back out of that one there, and I've taken a corner cutting warning. Nevertheless, the Britain's really got great traction out of the chicane, and it's going to be hard to get back up to the back of him now with DRS. We're on lap number 8. Hamilton has made his sole scheduled pit stop and rejoined just in front of me. So I did manage to catch up about 4 seconds to the race lead, as Hamilton was still leading the race. Although thankfully my teammate Kimi Raikkonen, who stayed out, he has been following Hamilton very closely throughout this race. So it'd be great if Kimi could get a podium in the last race of the season. He hasn't had one in a few weeks. We're going to try go up the inside of Hamilton as we go towards the chicane. I've got a time penalty for a collision. I think I must have made minor contact with the AI a couple of times on the opening laps, maybe off camera, I can't remember. But either way, it was now provisionally a 1-2, and as Raikkonen has made his pit stop, it's now 1-3. So I'm confident we can get 2 cars on the podium. However, I still need to make a second pit stop. There's Kevin Magnussen getting out of the way, and that's exactly what we're going to do now. So we're going to come into the pit lane and box for the final time in a Ferrari in this game, or certainly in this career mode. That's absolutely nailing the pit entry this time. And on goes our second set of ultra soft tyres to take us to the end of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. 2.3 seconds, another pretty solid pit stop. Where are we going to emerge though? That's the question. We started last, P3. There goes Raikkonen. It's going to be pretty close with our teammate now on the pit exit. It's going to be really close. Look at the mini-map. We're going to be side by side. Kimi just ahead there. However, I'm sorry to do this to you, the Iceman, but we just absolutely send it with those fresh tyres. As I said, I absolutely love driving this circuit. I tend to think that I'm quite quick around here generally, as this is now Felipe Massa getting out of the way. Well, sort of, me just having to dive bomb down the inside of the Brazilian, but it's lap 12. We're up into P2. Can we catch Lewis Hamilton and really make this a last to first complete? That would be absolutely brilliant. This is Magnussen! My God! I very nearly lost my front wing there, and also with that would have been any chances of winning this race with 2 laps to go. We've still got Hamilton a couple of seconds adrift, although believe it or not, I am catching Hamilton by sort of 3.5 seconds a lap, which is ridiculous. So, you know, that's again showing my pace around this circuit. That was Jenson Button in the wall there, a lap car. There you go, and the gap for Hamilton is now 2.3 seconds by the end of the first sector, and I seem to gain lots of time through that chicane at the end of the first sector, thankfully. So, are we going to be able to nab a little bit of DRS off Lewis Hamilton? It seems to be a lot less than 2 seconds. Yes, we are! So this is really going to aid with us catching up to the Briton now, and with just 2 laps to go, we could be in the box seat to win this race. Down the inside of Hamilton we go! The safety car's been deployed just as I got the move done. What on earth has happened? We have to find out. It's Hamilton! Oh my word, Lewis Hamilton's out of the race on 2 laps to go. So that means it's going to be like Abu Dhabi 2021. We're going to have 1 lap of racing to decide this race victory. It's currently a 1-2 for Ferrari. I've gone from the back of the grid and could be in the box seat to win this race with Hamilton out now. Raikkonen's in P2. Could we end this season the way we started it? The game tries to make me box and Kimi goes through. So we've now got 1 lap of racing to decide the race win in 2016. Who's going to win the race? Kimi Raikkonen or Sebastian Vettel? Is Raikkonen going to get his first win of this career mode? Or are we going to cruelly take it away from him? You know, I could do that. I've definitely got the pace. But you know what? I've won many races this season. Kimi hasn't. And we might never see him win another race in this game. So I'm going to do the unselfish thing. I'm going to play the team game. I'm going to back everybody up. It's Bottas now into P3. What a podium that's going to be. What a day for Finland Motorsport that is if they get 2 cars on the podium. As I was saying, I'm going to play the team game for the rest of this race and now just try and defend from Valtteri Bottas. Kimi gave me a bit of DRS, which is very nice because DRS doesn't need to wait 2 laps to be enabled. Down the inside, I do almost go for the move there, but in the end I just wait to back Bottas up and let Kimi go. So my aim is just to let Kimi win this race because we might never see him win another race again on this game in this career mode. It's been a long season. It's been a great season. We've won both championships and now we're going to end it in spectacular fashion. We began the season with a 1-2 in Bahrain with me winning and Kimi second. Today we've done the unselfish thing despite having the pace all race to easily win the race after starting from the back. It's fireworks to close the season in style for Ferrari. Kimi Raikkonen wins the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix and gets his first win of the season and we take second place despite a time penalty. What a race that was, what a finish, what a result for Ferrari. Also, you might have noticed Button was still in the wall on the pit lane. There you go, guys. Kimi wins for the first time in this whole career mode. And we take second place. We could have quite easily won the race. I'm tempted to say last to first, challenge complete. But, you know, we had the pace in the end. The only reason we didn't win was because I gave it to my teammate. Bottas third, Ricciardo fourth, Rosberg dropped to fifth. So he won't be happy with that. And Hamilton out of the race just as I overtook him. It's weird how that transpired effectively. Sainz P6 in the end, Perez P7. In terms of the Drivers' Championship, we finish with 105 points over Nico Rosberg, and Raikkonen pips Hamilton to third. That represents a pretty solid season from my teammate, although they're tied on points because Kimi just won this most recent race. He takes the place. Max Verstappen P5, Daniel Ricciardo P6 for Red Bull, Sergio Perez 7th for Force India, and there you go. In the end, we end with a 105 point lead in the Constructors 2 after this 1-2 today. So we ended with the same advantage in the Drivers and Constructors Championship. So that's pretty good. I think it's fitting that happened. I'm so glad we got a 1-2 because it's like we've gone the full circle this season. You know, we've had everything happen to us. It's been a brilliant season. I've really enjoyed making it, and honestly guys, I can't wait till the start of season 4, and I hope you guys can't either, because I think it's going to be really good, and I've also got potentially some ideas how to spice things up for next season as well. So yeah, there are my statistics from this season. Out of 15 races, we took pole at 7 of them. We won at 8 of them. We achieved 289 points out of a possible 375 maximum, which is pretty good. Objective finished the season in 3rd. We won the championship by 105 points, so that is objective complete. We won the Constructors as well. There you go. There's the Constructors trophy lit for the first time on this game. Teammate points 140 and achieving 429 points altogether as a team. And that, guys, is the end of Season 3. Season 4 will be uploaded in a few days' time. The first race at the Australian Grand Prix. I've already got my calendar planned for that, so stay tuned. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Please remember to follow me on Instagram and join my Discord server. Both links are in the description below. And I'll see you guys all next time for another fantastic season of F1 2016 Mobile Career Mode. Goodbye.